I'm Andy, the Mitsubishi guy from Showcase Mitsubishi, and we are just starting to see the 2017s come in. And here is one of our very first 2017 Outlander Sport. This is the ES with four-wheel drive, and take a good look at it. This is pearl white, and I always like to bring up when we get a pearl white car in, Mitsubishi does not charge extra for pearl white. So many other car manufacturers will. I've seen prices anywhere between $1,200 and $18 and $1,800 premium charge just for pearl white paint. Mitsubishi, no premium charge. But get a good look at it. It's got that new corporate nose on it. They just introduced that in 16, so this is still very fresh, very brand new. These chrome accents are shared between this and the Outlander. It's the new Mitsubishi corporate front end. It looks very attractive. It also helps make the car more aerodynamic, and I would imagine even lowers the road noise because it probably is smoother to push the wind around. But let's get a look at this. I love some of the standard features on it. First of all, the nice aluminum wheels. The wheels are absolutely fabulous, and these are the exact same wheels that you get whether you buy the entry-level model or you buy the top-of-the-line model. That same attractive wheel. I love the fender arches. I love the LEDs in the turn signals. These are good for safety, and these are visible both from the front and from the side over here. There's bulbs pointing forward, and there is a bulb pointing this way, so that if somebody is sitting here, they can see very clearly that your turn signal has come on. These side view mirrors are, by the way, also power and heated. So when you turn on your rear defrost, you're also defrosting these side view mirrors. It makes it very convenient in the cold weather climate. But yeah, look at it. The car's absolutely phenomenal. I love the outline. I love the body down here as far as the fender rollers, the way everything comes together. Pearl white paint, you put the body side moldings on. And the other great new addition for 2017 is the antenna is now shark fin style, which once again makes the car much more fun to drive in the fact that it looks newer, it looks more exciting, and it's not a removable antenna as it was before. It's now fixed, so it's something that really doesn't have to be touched or dealt with in any way, shape, or form. But I do like the upgrade, really, really do. Let me show you the inside. There's been an upgrade also to the interior. Two of them to speak of. First of all, you get an upgraded interior now. This is now the same interior that you would have gotten in the upgraded model. Now the ES still has it. It's a black pattern and it's got some red stitching in it. It's super attractive. I hope the camera does a good job of capturing it because it is really, really attractive. Very comfortable, very sporty, almost soothing in design. Okay, let me take you around the car a little bit just so you know what we're looking at here. On the driver's door, we've got power windows, power locks, and our power heated mirrors are controlled from over here. As we move over to the steering column, I always point it out on the Outlander Sports, this is tilt wheel, and it's also telescopic steering, so it's very adjustable regardless of your size and shape. You will sit comfortably in this car. Driver's seat does forward and backward. It, of course, does recline, and it has a ratcheting device that either ratchets it down or ratchets it up, and it's very easy to work. It's over here on the left side. Very simple. Once again, making the car very compatible with a person regardless of whether you're, I don't know, you could be 6'5" or 5'6", and some heights above that and some heights below that. I feel very comfortable in this car. I'm not the tallest person that there is, and my seating position between the steering column and the way I can set the seat gives me perfect visibility. It's very comforting when I'm driving to not feel like I have questions about visibility or I'm too short to drive this car. None of those feelings exist. Okay. Over on this side right here, we've got headlight controls. On this side, we've got our wiper controls. This car has both front and rear wipers on it. They're controlled right from here. Cruise control is handled from right here. Over on this side, we've got a radio control that is both volume up and down. You can scroll through your presets and even select your mode. Below that is our Bluetooth fuse system. And what that is our hands-free phone system. What that will allow you to do is to make or receive cellular phone calls through the car stereo system. You can receive the calls, obviously, see caller ID appear up there. You can also tell the system to call somebody based on either the name that they are in your contact book or simply tell it to dial the numbers if you know the numbers off the top of your head. You can also Bluetooth stream all of your music right through this sound system through the fuse thing. And that even works if you want to do navigation, which is super, super nice. So if you're running navigation on your phone, you can actually listen to the navigation instructions on here, provided you're using the music server at the same time. It will interrupt your music and tell you turn left, turn right, whatever the instructions would be coming from your telephone. Super, super handy, super, super convenient. Obviously, very easy to work radio controls here. AM, FM, CD player. Of course, I mentioned the Bluetooth fuse system, very simple to work. As we move down a little bit, we've got our hazard button, which hopefully you'll never have to use. The other big addition now for 2017, this car now comes standard with climate control. So instead of having a cold to hot button, you now have the ability to select temperature. Of course, over here is fan speed, and then this is your choice of where does the air go. But each one of these also serves as a button. This is the recirculate button, this is the air conditioning button, and this is your defroster button. Now as I look down here, and I've got the key in my hand, they've done a great job of shrinking the size of the key so it's a lot easier to carry. But we've got a 12-volt power outlet here. We've got a small holder right here, which I usually use for either my keys or some coins and things like that. We've got a shifter that comes down. Drive position is right there, but there's also a manual shift mode right here, which will allow you to drive this vehicle, and it'll behave as if it's a 6-speed automatic. Now, this is a CVT transmission. This car's rated at 23 in the city. It's rated at 29 on the highway. It actually gets the same gas mileage as it did the year before, but the EPA has changed their specifications for fuel economy testing, and almost all cars have dropped 1 to maybe 2 miles per gallon. So last year, I would have told you this car got 24 in the city and 30 on the highway. Once again, the car is the same. The test method has changed. As we move down here, we've got our 4-wheel drive button. And this button allows you to select from several different modes. You've got 2-wheel drive, you've got 4-wheel drive, and you've got the lock mode. And any of those modes can be changed by simply pushing this button, traveling in this car at any time, at any speed, and traveling in any direction. So you can be going 75 miles an hour down the highway and change your 4-wheel drive mode. You can be doing tiny, tight circles in a parking lot and change it. And any combination of things in between there. So if you ever have the sense that you want to change the mode, you can always feel free and comfortable to do so at a moment's notice, on demand, no special requirements involved. Great big glove compartment over here. Lots and lots and lots of room. Passenger seat right here, obviously. If I open up the center console, you can see we've got a tissue holder back here. We've got another 12-volt power source right here. This one has a picture of a battery on it, so it's hot all the time. And then you do also have a USB port located right here, where you can once again hook up another device and use that as a source for music, or simply a charging point if you'd like to. Okay, as we look at all that, let's scroll now. We'll move into the second row seat. And I'll even bring up some safety features when we get back there. Outlander Sport, by the way, has been a top safety pick year after year after year since 2011. When you sit down in the back seat, we do what's called theater height seating, which means you sit higher in the back seat than you do in the front seat. It gives you good visibility out all the windows, and it's designed to do so to lessen your risk of motion sickness. I also want to always point out safety, and like I said, it's been a top safety pick. This car has front airbags, it has side seat airbags, it has side curtain airbags, also a driver's side knee airbag. In addition to anti-lock brakes, active skid control, traction control, hill start assist, I can go down the line. If you want to know more about some of the safety on this car, it really is almost a complete topic to itself that we could devote an entire video to. And let's not forget the Rise chassis on it, which is Mitsubishi's chassis design that's designed to make the force of the impact go around the occupants as opposed to through them. And it's such a good design that both Volvo and Mercedes-Benz have bought the rights to license and use the Rise chassis design system for their cars, and their cars are obviously known to be some of the safest sold, also just like Mitsubishi. Also, before I forget, seatbelt shoulder straps, adjustable for height. Very, very simple. Okay, child safety seat, all set with that. We've obviously got the lock and lug positions here as far as the latch system is concerned. Center armrest folds down, drink holder right there. You can put a child safety seat obviously in any of the 3 positions across here. You do have 3 shoulder belts, and we do have the tether system on the back. I'll show you how easy it is to fold this back seat down. One button. That's it. Now obviously these seat belts can be moved to the side or simply disconnected, makes it easy. As I mentioned before, we do have the tether system for here and of course on the other side, but it gives you just an enormous amount of cargo space in the back of this car. Let me take you to the back of the car and I'll show you around a little bit more. Great looking car from any direction. Once again, we talked about it before. Taillights on this car, although I'm not able to step on the brakes right now, are very, very visible. We also do the pulse system on this car. It's an optional feature that we like to install on our new cars. It basically allows your third brake light right here to pulse 4 times before it comes on solid when you apply the brake pedal. It's been determined by an independent study that a majority of rear-end collisions can be avoided if the driver, which is the trailing driver, the one behind the car, has just simply 1 more second of notice that the car in front of him is stopping. Now realize, with so many people driving around with cell phones and not paying attention to what's going on, there's a lot more rear-end collisions going on right now because of distracted drivers. This pulsing brake light right here can make the difference between collision and non-collision. And that's a safety thing, and that's a security thing, and we think that's very valuable and important. We will be glad to demonstrate that for you when you come in. Okay, let me open the rear hatch on this, and you can get an idea of how big it is back here. As you can see, Mitsubishi does a great job of designing their cargo space. Some of these might look good when you see them in paper because they'll talk about the number of cubic feet, but the problem is how much of it is usable. And very often the car is narrow or it's short, and it makes it difficult to carry things. I've had lots of experience carrying things in Outlander Sports, and I can tell you, regardless of what your cargo is, everything fits in this car fantastically, and it's really impressive that way. So whether your interests are bicycling, or golfing, or traveling, or whatever it is, craft shows, whatever you like to do, you will be pleasantly surprised at how all your goods fit in the back of this car, simply and easily. And once again, I'm talking about a four-wheel drive vehicle that gets 23 in the city, it gets 29 on the highway. It's a top safety pick. I haven't even touched on the warranties. Get a load of this. You get 10 years and 100,000 miles of powertrain warranty. You get 5 years and 60,000 miles bumper-to-bumper warranty. You get 5 years of unlimited mileage roadside assistance. Also 7 years, 100,000 miles anti-corrosion, and 8 years, 80,000 miles on computer and catalytic converter. And this car is available with 0% interest. This car has lease rates that are just phenomenal, and we've got a great rebate already on this car. So whether you're looking at buying or leasing or whatever your combination of things is, this car can be adapted and made to be affordable to you. And it's crazy reliable, crazy safe, and crazy economical. It's a phenomenal car. Give us a call at Showcase Mitsubishi. Remember this, we can arrange for your financing via our website, we can do it over the phone, and we can also do it in person. So it's very simple, very easy, and we make the process pleasurable. It's very, very simple. So come see us at Showcase Mitsubishi. Our phone number is 989-684-0500.